Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I'll be talking about how the Washington Commanders have a big advantage over the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship this week. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well. I am on the road, so sorry if I'm recording in the car. I know some people get upset by that, but gotta do what I gotta do. And yeah, on the road to Blacksburg right here. Got my guy Abdullah from DMV Sports Zone. Make sure you guys go ahead, check him out on YouTube, also on Instagram. But let's get into the video. So the Commanders won their game, of course, against the Detroit Lions. A huge win. Had the victory Sunday to celebrate. Had the victory Monday today. Everyone can celebrate and be happy. But they got a game this week against a very, very good Eagles team that they did beat last time, but Jalen Hurts was out. And I will say though, the first game we played them, where they won by 8 at Philly, Jayden Daniels was hurt. He wasn't playing fully healthy. So if you want to bring that, if the Eagles fans want to bring that BS to, oh, Jalen Hurts wasn't playing in the most recent game we played, you know what? That's totally fine. That's understandable. But guess what? Jayden Daniels was hurt. He was playing with broken ribs or whatever, fractured ribs, bruised ribs, whatever you want to call it, in that game against the Eagles in the first time. Okay, let's get into the advantage that I think that the Commanders have, and that is that they have a full day extra than the Philadelphia Eagles do in this game, or before this game. So the Commanders played Saturday night, so I guess it's not technically a full day, but it really is, because they got to sleep and everything. So for a full day, they got to rest over the Eagles, and both teams are a little bit banged up. Obviously the news with the Commanders, Sam Cosmi's out for the season, might be out for next year too. Sucks for him, because he's been with us the last few years during the bad times, and yeah, it sucks to see him go down. But next man up, Trent Scott played well in his absence. But the Eagles are banged up too. Quinyon Mitchell, their star rookie cornerback, he is a good corner. Terry did score on him once, but the first game, he did pretty well against Terry, but also Jayden was hurt, really couldn't throw it that much. But the bigger injury that I think is going to affect them is Jalen Hurts, and he did come back in the game. And Eagles fans, if you guys are watching the chat, first off, subscribe for Commanders content this week, just to get an insight in the other team, enemy territory. What do they say? Keep your friends close, but your enemies close, or something like that. But the Eagles, once Jalen Hurts got hurt, he came back in, but he was shaken up. He was a statue back there. They had a safety on the next possession, I believe. Jalen Hurts almost lost the ball there. Could have been a touchdown for the Rams. And then also, they still scored though. They scored after that happened, but it was really just, Saquon Barkley doing Saquon Barkley types of things. So he was just running and getting big time touchdowns. I think they scored at least one touchdown after Hurts got hurt, or maybe two, but it was like a knee injury. It was a bad tackle by I don't know who was on the Rams. I don't think it was Jared Verse, but it was a dirty tackle. It's like a hip drop. They don't call those. He'll probably get fined for it. But yeah, his knee, it looked bad, and I don't know what else, some other things. He was just shaken up all game. And not all game, but even before that, it looked like he was shaken up a little bit. And that injury, he was getting hit. The Rams had, 16 sacks in the last 2 games, which is already, I believe, top 5 in playoff sacks ever in 2 games. They did it in 2 games. Like, I think the Redskins were like 18, which was tied for first or maybe second with some other teams. What year? I think it was 86. I don't know. But yeah, they had, Jalen Hurts was getting hit, so he's banged up. The knee is banged up, and at the very minimum, I think he's going to be banged up for this game. But I could see him not practicing much this week, and that is a big deal. Getting practice reps with your first team. Obviously, he's a vet QB. He's been in the league for a while. He's been in the playoffs for a while. He went to the Super Bowl. He knows what to expect, but still getting those reps and installing the offense for that week, because there are plays you're going to want to call against a specific team. That is important. So having that valuable practice time out is going to be, I think, detrimental a little bit to the Eagles. And obviously him being banged up, maybe not being as much of a running threat, maybe not being as much of a passing threat. Maybe he won't be able to pass that well. He didn't really have to in the game against the Rams, had like 150 passing yards. The thing is, the formula with the Eagles, they win when Jalen Hurts doesn't have to pass a lot. I'm not saying he can't pass, But you look at his 4 playoff wins, I believe he averaged like around 150 yards passing a game. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. Like Josh Allen yesterday didn't throw the ball a lot, but it's just something to consider. So they're going to be leaning on the run game with Saquon Barkley, Kenneth Gainwell, whoever they have back there. They're going to be trying to run the ball. Our run defense is not that good. We're going to have to hit him early. Frankie Louvu, Dante Fowler. I know Eagles fans do not like Frankie Louvu because of his hit on Jalen Hurts. I mean, I'm just saying, if Jalen Hurts runs again, you know, or Jalen, one thing I'll say is the Rams game, Jalen Hurts was sliding a lot. He was sliding early, and he was making a point of not getting hit. Obviously, sun's a little bit in my eye here. Obviously, the sacks, he can't really do anything about that, but you know, he was getting hit, or he was sliding before getting a first down a lot of the time. So he's not going to be in position, I think, to get hit by Louvu or anything unless it's on a run. And, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen. I don't want to see, you know, Jalen get hurt or Louvu get any penalties or anything. But that's kind of why I think the Commanders do have a huge advantage, is getting that extra day, not only of preparation, but more importantly, an extra day of rest going up against the Eagles. And Jalen Hurts being banged up definitely helps out the Commanders' cause a lot. And then you got Quinyon Mitchell, who I think he'll be good to go for the game, but it's a shoulder injury. And again, it's 1 day less. Maybe an extra day would have helped them. And I'm trying to think, Jalen Hurts, no doubt in my mind he's going to play in this game unless something crazy happens. He's going to play in this game. It's just, what percent is he? Is he 90% or is he like 60, 70%? Which I'm leaning towards 60, 70%. He has a week, a little less than a week to prepare because the game's at 3. And it'll be interesting to see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the injury reports. Is he, you know, active, or is he limited? Is he a DMP, or is he a full participant? I would guess a limited most of the days and maybe a full on Friday. He's going to play in this game. Commanders fans, don't get your hopes up that he's going to miss the game. He could get hurt in the game, re-injure that knee or whatever it is, because, again, that was a bad tackle, and, you know, it was awkward. It looked bad. Jalen Hurts is tough, man. He fights through these injuries really well, and he is able to play through a lot. So definitely got to respect Jalen Hurts. This is a big week, guys. NFC Championship, first time in my lifetime. They got the first playoff win basically in my lifetime. I mean, the last time was when I was, you know, a toddler, like in 2005. So it's great. This season's great. Take it all in. But obviously, job's not finished. Any time, any place, anywhere. Is that the saying? So why not us? Whatever. It's a big game, and just take it in. This doesn't happen every year. Hasn't happened in a long time for the Commanders. An NFC East matchup. It's good to see this division going back to the way it was. Not necessarily with, you know, the Cowboys, but it was a dominant division for a while. And, you know, you got 2 teams in the Final Four from this division. So respect to the Eagles and, you know, their fans. It's going to be a week. I know a lot of people.
Very toxic week.
A very toxic week. I think a lot of people are going to be talking there, you know, ish. But, hey, it is what it is. We'll see. The best team will win, hopefully. And hopefully that's the Commanders this week. And they go to their first Super Bowl in a long time. But appreciate y'all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you guys check out Abdullah UB on YouTube, and then DMV Sports Zone on Instagram. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and peace.